Hello guys, we are back with our next lecture. In this lecture, let us go through the next topic, that is relational calculus, guys. So in this lecture, we'll be going through an overview about tuple relational calculus, guys. Okay. So basically here, what is a tuple, guys? A tuple is nothing but a particular row, guys. Right? Yes. So in this particular calculus, we always target for this tuples. Like we will target these rows. Okay. Yes. So let us start. So exactly, let us first go through the definition, then I'll be going through some examples, guys. So the final goal of this particular lecture is to understand the symbols, and you should understand what exactly the statement is saying. That's it, guys. So if you are able to understand it, that will be more than enough according to this lecture, guys. Okay. Yes, and that will be enough for our gate also. Okay. Yes. So tuple relational calculus, it is based on a row based method. Okay. So TRC is based on specification a number of tuple variables. Okay. So each tuple variable usually ranges over a particular database relation, meaning that the variable may take as its value for any individual tuple of a relation. Okay. So I don't know how much you are getting from this particular definition, but let it be, guys. Okay. So T such that condition of T. So in this way, the tuple relational calculus will completely look, guys. So here T is nothing but the whole tuple. Okay. So assume that, let us take a small example first. So assume that we are having a table student which is having columns roll number, name and branch. Okay, so and now I think everyone using SQL and relational algebra can identify, right? So what is this statement saying, guys? So this statement is saying select a star from a student's table where branch is CSE. So here what we are trying to find is we are going to collect the data from the table whose branch belongs to CSE, and we are going to print each and every column, right? Yes. So when it comes to relational algebra, it is represented in this way, right? Yes. So there is no need of a pi because we are trying to print the whole table. So there is no requirement of pi, right? Yes. Projection, right? Yes. Okay, so this statement, when it comes to tuple relational calculus, it will look in this way, guys. So as you are looking for the first time, it might be a bit confusing, but try to observe a few things, guys. So what is the condition in our statements? So the condition is a branch should be equal to CSE. So if you observe carefully, here we are checking that only, right? Branch equal to CSE. So now we are clear with this, but you are having a doubt like why did we use T dot branch? Okay, so when it comes to tuple relational calculus, so the first thing is a tuple variable, right? So in this tuple variable, I am going to select all the rows and all the columns, like whole database, I am going to store in this T, guys. So indirectly, if this is our database, so that is a T dot branch equal to CSE, right? So inside that T, we are having a branch. Inside that branch, I am checking whether it is CSE or not. So now you are clear with this statement. Okay, and we are also checking in which table, guys. Is the table name T? No, the table name is a student, right? So that is the reason why this T such that student of T. So this T is a tuple which belongs to student. Okay, so indirectly this T at any moment of time will map to a particular row, guys, a particular tuple. So it is going to check a tuple by tuple. It will check whose branch is CSE, and if their branch is CSE, it will print it. That's it. So that is the reason why this is popularly called as tuple relational calculus, TRC. Got it? Yes. So now you are understanding, right? So how the symbols are written, what is this, why it is written in that way, right? Yes. So we'll be going through few more examples, guys. You will get more and more clarity, so don't worry. Okay. Yes. So the same equation can be written in this way also, guys. Okay. So T such that T belongs to student. So basically this T belongs to student. So that tuple belongs to the table of students. So that belongs to one tuple. Okay. So T of a branch. So if I am selecting T of a branch, it should be equal to CSE. So T dot branch is okay. T of branch is also okay, right? Yes. So assume that in the same question, if the examiner asks to print only roll number, so select roll number from a student where branch equal to CSE. So now what we do is instead of directly writing T here, we will write T dot roll number. So now indirectly what it will check, guys? So what is T here? So T is a particular row which contains a roll number, name and branch. So from that whole thing, I am going to print only roll number. So that is the reason why it is represented with a T dot roll number, and T belongs to student, intersection or AND operation, T of a branch equal to CSE. Got it? Yes. Okay, so here it might be intersection or and operation, anything will work, guys. Okay, yes. So now you understood, right? So how exactly it is being converted? Okay, so now observe this statement and let me know what exactly it is saying, guys. So please concentrate. Okay, so it is saying T is a tuple which belongs to the table instructor, and they are checking and they are printing the whole data of that particular table whose salary is greater than 80,000. Got it? Yes. Similarly, what about this statement? T is a tuple of a table alone, and we are checking whose amount is greater than 1,200. Got it? Yes. Let us observe this. So here they are saying T such that some value of S belongs to loan of T of loan number equal to S of loan number, and S of amount is greater than 1200. So I think this statement seems to be a bit tough statement, right? Yes. So what this statement is doing is find the loan number of each loan of amount over 1200. Okay. So if you recall, we discussed about this table, right? So in this table, we are having loan and loan number. Okay. So now here, in which table this data is there, guys? So in loan table. So now we are trying to work with that loan table, right? Yes. And if we want to get so I think what are we trying to print? Find the loan number of each loan of amount over 1200. Okay, so indirectly we are trying to print only loan number, right? So there are two approaches for this, guys. You can directly write T dot loan number, or you can specify in this brackets. So T of roll number equal to S of loan number. So indirectly this will also make the roll number to print, loan number to print. And we are checking whether the amount is greater than 1200. If it is greater, you are going to print the loan number. Got it? Yes. In most of the books, they will use this type of representation rather than this type of representation, guys. Got it? Yes. Okay. So now let us go through the last one. Okay. So here I wrote it clearly, guys. So T such that for some value of S belongs to borrower. So we are working with what, guys? Borrower now. Okay. So borrower. Okay. So now we are trying to print a customer name. So I wrote here. So it is pi operation. And some value of U belongs to loan. And here I am going to compare borrower with loan, guys. So now I am trying to maintain relation in between these two. So if I want to maintain relation in between these two, I need to work with the loan number, right? Yes. So that is the reason why I am equating the loan number here. So U dot loan number is equals to S dot loan number, S of loan number. So here S belongs to borrower and U belongs to loan. Okay. And the final condition is that the branch should be belongs to Noida. So whoever customer is having a particular loan, and if his branch belongs to Noida, that customer name will be printed. So find the customer who has a loan in Noida branch. That's what I told you, right? Yes. Got it? Yes. So in this way, we are going to work with tuple relational calculus, guys. So in tuple relational calculus, universal quantifiers like for some, for all, and, or, not, these type of symbols are really common, guys. Because when it comes to tuple relational calculus and domain relational calculus, it almost looks like sets and all those concepts, right? Yes. Okay, so now I hope everyone got a clear idea with respect to tuple relational calculus, at least some basic idea. The only thing is, if this statement is given, you should try to understand what they are saying, guys. That's it. So that is what is our goal. Okay, yes. So I hope everyone got at least that much idea, right? Yes. So in the next lecture, let us go in the same way like how we discussed about tuple relational calculus. In the next lecture, we'll be discussing about domain relational calculus. So here, this is based on column, guys. Okay. Yes. So let us meet in the next lecture and discuss about it. Okay. Yes. So let us meet in the next lecture. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe for more awesome videos like this. Thank you.